So first we have a coin, and if we flip it, then, well, nothing happens. If we flip it again, still nothing. Third time's a charm, we get $1. And that's how we're making money today, flipping a singular coin and getting disappointed a lot of the time. But if we flip it enough times and then get $3, we can get another coin, so we can be doubly disappointed when we don't make money off of it. At least it can just constantly be ringing in our ears, and we get enough dollars that, more than I realized, we can buy a helper who's just gonna walk up and flip the coins for us. And we have enough for a third coin as well, so we can flip this one and he can flip those two if he feels like it. And if they're close enough together, I guess we flip two at once. That's helpful if they're ever close together like that, but we might as well get more coins. Effectively juggling them if we were very bad at juggling. Just one more dollar and we can get another helper who has the same pair of glasses. Now there's also buffs over here, but I'm not quite sure what they do yet, to be honest. Well, we might as well just keep getting coins so we can keep on flipping them and get money a little bit faster. A new helper takes $37, and there's a coin up here that I guess just got abandoned. Maybe we can flip that closer to the center of the table. And there's a new helper with a traffic cone on his head. I love it. And we can also look at getting some upgrades and I guess some achievements for looking at the different tabs. Copper Surge lets the coins be worth more if we get $40 again. So we just go ahead and do that. And now when they're flipped, they are worth $2. So just a few more flips of that and we can get helper number 4, who is a bunny. Ears as tall as he is, goodness. And someone's trying to take a break. Not allowed. We got too many coins to flip for someone to be taking a break. And if we get up to $300, then we can get a silver coin, which should be worth more. And $50 will let us get a hard worker upgrade, so it makes them more efficient and move faster. Anything to keep the money machine moving. So I might as well just give them plenty to flip with another coin. Coin number 6 out of the possible 90 copper coins that we can have. That would be a lot of coins flipping at once. I can already feel it tonight is setting in. But here, let's make them worth $3 so we can get that money back even faster, since it is starting to get a little pricey. And then once again, they can be $4. I would like to have one helper per coin, but the helpers do get pretty expensive. At least we have number 5, who is a deep sea diver, or Captain Cutler, depending on who you ask. But there's helper number 6. So every coin has a helper that can go, except for one, because we had one to begin with. And also, so many people just want to take breaks. Why? Well, in any case, we can make the copper coins worth $5 now, which is much better. So we can buy 2 coins back to back, and the coins are flipping often enough. We really just have to be on the lookout for people that are being lazy. Now the coins are worth $6. We get a nice amount of money throughout the whole ordeal, so we can buy more coins. We almost have 10 of them, and there's 10 of them. Oh, and we're starting to get some points down here for the skill tree. But now we have double the coins for every worker. Shouldn't be so bad, because we can also flip multiple at once and make the coins worth even more, $7. And now we're up to 300, so we can get a silver coin, which is a little bit bigger. But that is worth 20 on a flip. Oh, that is amazing. I also didn't realize that we had 2 bunnies. Oh well, might as well get more. Oh, that guy straight up has a coin for a head. Can I flip him? I can't flip him. That's so disappointing, but that's also hilarious. So next coin type is a gold coin, which we need 10,000 for. And there's a silver charger we can get and bigger hands. Oh, so we need this to flip the silver coin. Well, we might as well charge up the silver to make it worth more on a flip. So it's worth 25. It also doesn't get to be 0 very often, it looks like. Well, there it is. Now I had to say something. But they only need $600 to get this upgrade, which isn't so bad. But before that, they could be more efficient. Unfortunately, it doesn't solve their laziness. And I guess we can be flipping the silver coin just to make sure we get money faster. So now we're up to 600 and the helpers can flip the silver coin. And there one did it. The skill point is filling up more, so we just gotta keep up this pace. And I guess make the copper worth more, because that seems to be the most popular one to flip. Gee, I wonder why. Also, apparently the money side is actually the tails side. That's interesting. You would think it would be the heads, but I guess the head is the skull in this case. But like this guy, he faces forward and it's the money symbol. So why is the money symbol the tails? Oh well, we can get another silver coin and we can make the silver worth more now. So it should be up to 30, I think. Yeah, so this should help us get even more money sooner, especially with 2 big money coins. And this whole time we could definitely use some more helpers. So let's definitely do that as soon as we're able. And another helper who now costs 1,000. Gross. Well, we can also upgrade their efficiency, so they should be 45% more efficient. And that's already having a huge effect. Now let's get another silver coin. And now we have 1,000. So might as well get this one-time upgrade, a quick flip. So we just mouse over the coins and that flips them all. Does it wake them up too? No, it does not. Well, that shouldn't matter too much because now the silver are worth 35. And I guess our thing isn't strong enough to flip the silver. But we can also buy a lot of copper coins. Is that really worth it? I think I'd rather buy a couple of surges, so the copper are worth $10 now. I think that's a good spot for the copper to be. Now when we get back up to 1,000, it's actually not very far before we can hire another helper, so we have 10 helpers now. Now this process is becoming a lot more automated, although I do kind of wonder how many copper coins we could get with $1,000. So might as well do that. We can get 21 out of 90. I don't know how many we had before, but now there's a lot more copper flying around. And there's an upgrade for copper alchemy. Give 25% more money, dramatically increasing their worth. I like this idea. And then a $500 upgrade, which increases the speed of the coin. Interesting. It raises it by 10%, but there's 20 upgrades, so we could get it to be twice as fast. Or would that be 3 times as fast? I think that's 3 times. And there's enough workers. We should definitely get more hard worker upgrades, so that's 60% more efficient. And now a little more copper alchemy. I don't even know how much they're giving now. They're giving 15 now. Pretty good, I'd say. Plus, we can also just make them a flat dollar worth more. So now they give 19. And we'll just keep up the pace of the alchemy. And now the workers cost 2,000. Oh goodness. And if I'm looking at it right, the prestige meter fills up with upgrades, or it's just constantly going up and I'm missing it. But either way, we're over halfway to our first skill point. So let's buy another silver. We're actually up to 2,000, or we were. Another silver coin there. And by the first one, I meant the silver charge. So the silver coins give $40 now. Can there be silver alchemy at some point? Well, either way, all the money increases are always good. So the copper gives 26 now. Up to 2,000, another helper, who is another coin head. Is there gonna be a silver coin head? That's what I wanna know. But here, more copper surges because we should be able to buy a few of those, and sure enough we can. And another one. So the copper gives $34 now. Almost as much as the silver. And if we just go around like this, then we can really increase the value of what we have. But here, let's make them a little quicker as well, which you can see the difference in how quick they are, so I like it. And the prestige bar is filling up based on money we're making, I've now figured out. And there's the first point. So we can put it here, helper focus. You can decide what coins are flipped. So that opens up the ability to get to other skill trees. And then we just gotta sacrifice everything we have. Oh, hi! Not the reset I thought it would be. Okay then. That was dramatic. But here, let's just get a helper for this little coin. So now we get the ability to decide. Oh, so this is just where the buffs go. I thought this was its own buff, but it isn't. But now we get to decide what coins are flipped, which right now we're just gonna stick with copper because that's all we have. Oh, and that's an interesting new helper. It's a fish. Alrighty then. We get just a blank dude and a fish. Amazing. And we just save up a bit so we can get a few more helpers, which actually costs all the money. But at least that guy has a top hat. It's more of a stovepipe hat, honestly. Is that why we're flipping pennies? Pennies worth $1? If pennies were worth $1, maybe they would still make them. But here, let's start up the copper surge, because that should work out for us better in the long run. Okay, now that the coins are worth $7, it shouldn't be too long before we can start getting some silver ones. And then once we get the strength upgrade for our little helpers, we can have them focus on the silver coins, since that auto flip ability that we can get doesn't carry over to the silver coins. Slowly work our way up to the bigger hands, and now we get it. So we can turn off copper coins, and now the workers are only gonna flip the silver one. But since we only have one silver coin, we might as well keep that turned on for now. Also, I noticed last time, but the background populates with these silver coins as soon as we get them, so that's fun. But here, let's keep buying more silver coins, just so we can give more workers the ability to flip silver coins exclusively, because we'll have enough silver coins on the field to make it worth it. So for that, we would need 6 silver coins, because we have 6 workers to make it worth it. Or maybe 4 silver coins is good for now. So we can turn off the copper, so now only the silver are being flipped, which leads us to flip the copper ones, but that's not so bad, since we're kind of gonna get that upgrade that does it anyway. So there it is, the quick flip, and now we don't have to click anymore. And we're not too far away from getting another silver coin for our little helpers to play with, so there should be less slackers now. But of course, there's still gonna be a slacker here and there, and I do want the silver to be worth more when it happens. And we should really be buying a lot of copper coins now, just to make our little hover operation worth it, and that makes the money flow in a lot faster. So there's another silver coin, and now there is a silver coin for every helper we have. That's working much better. We could also give them some efficiency upgrades again, and we do get money incredibly quickly now, I just realized. More silver coin and more helper, and hopefully we can go 1 for 1 on all the purchases of silver coins and helpers, but we should also make sure the copper coins are worth more because that's our job in this. Oh, that guy's got a crown on his head, and here he is just flipping little peasant coins. But there's a few more upgrades for the silver charge, so now the silver coins are worth 35 again, and we do get upgrades unlocked for getting more coins than 20, so a little of alchemy going on now. So now we're at the point of owning more money than we ever did. And let's see, these other upgrades, silver coins equal 10 for both of them. So that would probably be the alchemy one. Thankfully, we're just 2 upgrades away from that. Might as well get 2 helpers as well. And oh, it's a little Godot helpers. So basically the same thing, transmutation for them to be worth 25% more, which with how much they're worth now is gonna be really good. They're worth 50 now, so we should be able to get to the gold coin pretty soon. That or we get another prestige point, and let's give them a little more mutation. Or do we need them to get a little more speed? They seem kind of slow. Let's give them some speed. That's more like it. And a couple of hard worker upgrades. And now the workers are doing much better. Amazing. Let's get a little more silver transmutation, so they're worth 60 now. One more, 70. They're going up $10 each time, which should be more valuable if we get them some silver charges as well, 2 of those. So they're worth 87. And more helpers. We have a third of the maximum number of helpers, but the copper could still use a lot of monetary value upgrades, so we just do that and then a couple of this. So they're worth 30 now. Kind of stopped flipping them for a while because it really just wasn't worth it with how much the silver was giving us, but now it's worth it. So we are almost to another skill point. Hey, $10,000. So it's time for a gold coin. There it is. Right there in the middle. How much is this worth? 300 at a time? Oh, that's amazing. And we have a skill point. Oh, shockwave. That sounds like fun. And muscles too. But that's still a long ways away. So what can we get in the skill tree? We can start with some coins. That sounds like a good thing. Clicking coins gains you 4 times more money. You start with extra 15 helper? Oh, wow. I think we need to start with coins more than anything. So let's do that. Do the creepy sacrifice, and then we just wash away that image that we just saw with a little more money. So we can get some helpers in here with the large amount that we get, and then we just gotta keep flipping the gold coin because that gives us the most for more of those. We get a couple, well, there's an engineer there, a bucket hat. Oh, it's a Oni mask. All right then. Now, some upgrades are still locked behind some stuff, but now we have access to them. Just gotta get this gold coin to flip once or twice, so now they can flip the silver coins. Let's just have it all turned on right now. And do we have the upgrade for the strength? Not yet. We might need a couple of more silver coins for that. Well, let's focus on flipping the gold. Oh, and there's a horse mask. And then we just rinse and repeat a couple of more upgrades, which should help us get to the 10,000 sooner because I think we need one of those upgrades in the tree, not necessarily the coin, so we can get the helpers to flip the gold coin themselves. And because there is a lot of coins, more helpers is gonna help. But some upgrades still need 20 coins. So let's have that be fast and that be worth more. There's so many coins now. The shockwave is absolutely needed now. But of course the alchemy also needs the base money upgrade to be worth anything, so that really made a difference. So the copper coins give 28. It's weird seeing the gold coin flip so slow, and we need 10 silver to get more upgrades for that. Kind of surprised there isn't a mouse over option for the silver coins, but in any case, is that 10? No, it needs 10 silver coin upgrades. So now we have access to them. We can make them faster and also worth more on a percentage basis. So they're worth 50 already. A little more, a little more. We should be able to get the silver coins up to 100. Which right now they're at 70, so it's pretty close. And there's 10,000, so we have 2 gold coins to flip now. So let's just corral them together as much as we can first and then flip them, because that should be even more efficient, I think. Now, the shockwave upgrade is 25,000, but at least we can have the workers flip the gold coins now, as often as they do anyway, without napping. But let's definitely work on getting more, but the cost of them is filling up tremendously. But here, let's give them a lot of hard worker upgrades, so now they're flipping even faster. And the skill bar is taking so much longer to fill up too. And we can also increase the gold coin bounty, which goes up by $30 each time. What does the percentage do? Do we even have the percentage? I don't think we do. This is only a demo, but at least we can raise it another 30 for a value of 360. Beautiful. Now, what's the cheapest upgrade right now? Copper Surge, let's get that a few times. 25 out of 70 upgrades for them. So they give us $52. The silver coin should also get some upgrades because that gets it really close to 100, or it's at 100. Excellent. And let's get these silver coins faster too, because I think it's about time they got that. And we are getting money incredibly quickly now. So it's just a little bit of time until we get the shockwave upgrade, which should be a whole lot more fun with how many coins we have on the field. But we could always get more. We could get a lot more. 39 out of 90 copper coins to be precise, and a couple of silver too. Well, I let this run for 15 minutes and we are up 287,000. But I guess we only get 1 skill point at a time. Well, in any case, we can see the one up here. An aura around gold coin increases the value of surrounding coins by 100%. Well, if we're starting with a bunch of coins, we should start with a bunch of workers too, which does unlock other things like morning coffee. And Lucky Echo is a purchasable. Interesting. Well, let's go ahead and just sacrifice maybe one more time to the weird void that is. So now we start with coins and workers and some cultists too, which they do unlock from the achievements, but there are still 3 achievements left. Join the elite with 1 billion, 100 million, and 1 million. All right, all these upgrades should be good as long as the workers have plenty to do, which I guess we start with more workers and we actually have coins. So we should definitely get more coins. Oh, and they're also ignoring all the heavy coins because they don't have that yet. Well, at the very least, we can help them with what they can flip. And I guess even though starting with workers is something that can happen, we still need to buy workers to get the worker upgrades, but that's okay because having the gold coin does let us get those upgrades very quickly. So now more workers can help now that they have access to the silver coins. And we have the Praise the Sun dude. What was his achievement even? Climbing high. All right then. And they absolutely need a lot of efficiency upgrades to get this money quickly. And we do need to buy more copper coins to get those upgrades so we can get pretty close to 20. So now the copper coins can flip very fast. Or a little faster anyway. Though I will say the sooner we can get them to flip this gold coin, the better off I'm gonna feel about this. So at least we can get to 10,000 pretty quickly actually. And thankfully the muscles upgrade for the gold coin is not that far away. And by far away, I mean it's not as expensive as the gold coin is. Although it sure feels that way if the gold coins keep coming up empty on flips. But we can keep that up pretty good. And now the process is effectively automized altogether. And I totally forgot to buy the shockwave last time. And now the prestige meter is filling up very slowly. Well, here, let's buy some money upgrades for these silver coins. And then the percentage one should be somewhere. Although we also need 10 silver coins to get access to it. And we can actually buy a lot of helpers on the cheap. So, all the little idiots running around. There we go. Now we can upgrade the silver on a percentage basis. But increasing the flat dollar helps too. Although now we can buy a second gold coin, which would make 3 gold coins. But we're also really close to the shockwave, so I think we're gonna do that. Almost there. And there it is. Shockwave time. So now, oh wait. Oh, I thought it was just the gold coin. Hold on. Gold and silver coins. Trigger smaller coins upon landing. Oh, that is amazing. I didn't realize the silver coins were doing that. We should definitely make the silver coins faster in that case. And thankfully they don't need to land on heads or tails to activate the shockwave. Now, how many gold coins do we actually need to get to those percentage upgrades? Well, I'm not sure, but let's get some more helpers, how about? And a little more copper alchemy because that's so cheap still. So the prestige meter is filling up. It's just so incredibly slow. Hopefully it's only like 5 gold coins or something. But we can start to see it. Okay, so it is 5 gold coins, but that's also getting incredibly expensive. So let's fill the screen with more copper coins, how about? So the shockwaves have a lot more material to use and then get a little more hard working upgrades. So right now the slowest thing is the gold coin. In here, silver transmutation a few times. So those silver coins are worth $112. That's way better. In here, let's make the gold coins worth more because we're flipping them a lot as it is. Yeah, we are making money so fast. I almost get the sense that this hat here is gonna be the gold coin. This looks like a clown, and that, I'm not sure what that is, but let's get another gold coin. It actually looks like the gold coins are able to flip each other. Want to see that happen. So right there, and then flip. I thought I saw the gold coins flip each other, but it's hard when there's so many people that want to flip the coin. So bam. Okay, I guess they don't. Well, that's okay. We have number 4 there. And here's gold coin number 5. So now we can upgrade the gold coins based on a percentage. 20% more. And since they're already worth hundreds, then that 20% is gonna be pretty noticeable. Like this first one. So it was at 360 and now it is at 432. And we can also make them a little faster, 20% faster. That's way better than the other ones. And the silver charge can be increased quite a bit because that's still only worth single-digit thousands. And by that I mean there's only one number past the comma. Don't worry about how I say it, you know what I mean. But I hope we can get the gold coins to the point that there were thousands. And another percentage upgrade should be good for that. So it's up to 546. And since the silver coins can also shockwave, we should make sure to get a good number of those. And we should be able to get the copper alchemy up to level 10 or 11. So the copper coins should be worth 275 more. And they're worth 63. So yeah, pretty good. And the copper surge is still really cheap because we have hundreds of thousands. We can buy half of those levels, which puts the copper coin value to 138. Just like that. You know what? We're just gonna buy the quick flip because it's one time. Not that we really need to ever mouse over the coins again because our helpers are being really efficient. But let's get a little more golden fusion twice. So that's 80% more. Raising their value up to 701. We should also be able to buy quite a few helpers with this too. But let's buy another gold coin. And then another one there and there for the golden bounty. And we should also buy the flat amount gold upgrades because that also feeds into the percentage. And we can buy quite a few of those. So now the gold coins are worth over 1,000. Yes! So very quickly we get back all of that money we spent. So if we buy a few more percentages with however much we can, then those gold coins are giving us almost 2,000 now. So we should easily be able to get to at least 1 million, and I really hope the head here is a gold coin. And here, let's keep buying more gold coins. So we get up to 500,000, which can be worth another gold coin or maybe a second one, but I think it's also worth quite a few workers. And the fact that we get back to 100,000 so fast is insane. 900,000, and the hundreds of thousands go by pretty quickly too. So as long as they flip the gold coins, it really doesn't take very long for us to get to 1 million, which I love that now it says million. But that gives this hat, which is a cookie. Oh, the nostalgia there. If you know, you know. Can we get someone with a cookie on their head? Maybe not, because that one had the helmet, and the next helper costs 1 million by themselves. Goodness. But we do have another skill tree point. And the next point is in progress. If we prestige now, will we lose that progress? I don't know, but we're quickly getting back to 1 million. But that did take a while, so getting to 100 million or even 1 billion would be even more time that ain't nobody got. And I really want to know what these two nodes are over here, but the Lucky Echo also sounds good. But we can put a point here, not to sacrifice yet, and we can see Unlucky Streak. After flipping heads 800 times, coins will always land on tails for 5 seconds. Okay, that's actually not bad, especially with all the coins that we have going on right now. And then the second one is Sticky. Flipping a coin will randomly flip another coin. That would also be good. But I want to know what this Lucky Echo upgrade is. So we do have to sacrifice for it. Hopefully it's something that we have access to right away, and I guess we don't have access to it right away. Can we see what it says in the tree now? I'm guessing it has something to do with the shockwave. Oh, there it is. Grants a 5% chance to automatically flip coins again. And there's 10 levels of that goes up 1 decimal place every time. So at least there's a 10% chance for the coins to flip, and it looks like some of them have already done it. Can we do that to the gold coin? I would definitely love to see it on the gold coin. Oh, there it goes, yes! But of course, 10% is only 10%. And I think that's a pretty good look at things for the demo in Gambler's Table. So I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you want to see, oh, there's the cookie head. The legends were true. But if you guys do want to see more when the full game releases, then be sure to let me know. Maybe we can get more things to get to a billionaire. Until then, thank you very much for watching, and sub to Intern.